Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Yes, it is Dima once again on your screen. Yes, it is me again once on your screen. Let me just prepare myself. Today I have gist for you people. Funny and embarrassing gist. It is funny now, but it was not funny then. This story is about the most embarrassing day in my life, my most embarrassing experience in my whole long life. This whole thing happened when I was in uni. I studied theater art in Unizik, like I told you guys. So and in theater art there's something we call production week. This production week is like when we do our practical exams. Every class we do our practical exam within the space of 1 week. So then I was in my diploma 2. I was about rounding up. Yes, my diploma 2. That should be my first semester diploma 2. It happened in March 2016. Yeah. So God, if I just remember this thing, it makes me laugh now, but then it was not funny. I felt very, very bad. So what really happened? What is this thing that happened on production week? So in our year 2 in diploma, there's this practical, this course carnival, like it's like a costume carnival that we are supposed to do, and we've been waiting for this carnival since our year 1, because in your year 1 you also know what you do in your year 2 because of those that already passed that stage. So we already knew what we were going to do in our year 2, so we've been awaiting this production, because in our year 1 our production was just about drama, boring dramas and all that. So in our year 2 we're already waiting, we are set for this carnival production that we have to show our these costumes. And how this production is done is, what they do is, out of the 7 continents, your class might be shared into 5 or 6 or 7. That your members of your class, now your classmates, you will be shared in groups. So then you'll be assigned, each group will be assigned a particular continent to represent and present their costume. But at this point in my class, we were not doing, our lecturer did not want us to do continent as a whole. She wanted us to do Nigeria as a country, you get. So what she did was, she shared us into groups and made assigned tribes to us. We were given the Igbo tribe, the or should I say the southeast, southwest, south, middle belt. I think that was just the 4 groups we had. The northern part, yes, I think it was 5 groups, yes. So my group was the south Niger Delta. We picked Niger Delta out of from the zone. Now we just picked Niger Delta as the tribe we're going to be portraying and presenting for our practical exam. So based on this is about a costume this is about a costume practical, a costume display performance. We were meant to, like, what we do is we're meant to contribute money in our group, get materials, raw materials, make them into Niger Delta attires, from maybe they have Oba, King, anything like that, what a normal Niger Delta man will wear for an event, what a normal Niger Delta woman will wear for an event, things like that. We contributed money, myself and another of my friend who is the lead costumier. We went to the market, they bought things, took it to the tailor, took measurement of people who wear this clothes, took it to the tailor. This, trust me, this is a very, very rigorous process, because you're working with people. And imagine a class of about 112. I'm not particularly sure for now, but I know well about 100 in my class. So imagine us shared into that 5 groups, so you have about 20 people in a group. So imagine controlling everybody, and there's always a group leader. So imagine controlling like 20 people, one person controlling 20 people. Everybody will be shouting, today meeting, we will have our meeting today, meeting will be at peace, tomorrow it will scatter. So we just did that. Then we chose two people. Normally it's usually like picking two people who describe these costumes to the audience. Like somebody might be wearing the costume of a bride, then maybe anything, they are going to be like two people who will be describing what they are wearing, what the attire is called, what kind of material it is used, what kind of material is used in making the attire and all that. So we picked our two people though. They were doing practicing and all that. So I don't really know what happened with one of the girls. One of the presenter, we call them presenter, one of the presenter, guy and a girl, Justice and one other person. I can't even remember the other girl's name. So that's how they started rehearsing and all that. The day before the presentation, so the girl started skipping rehearsals and all that. So I said, let me take it up. I have stage fright and I know how to control it. So I said, okay, I'll take up this thing. That was the next day, was supposed to be our presentation in the evening, and we used to have rehearsals like around 4 to 6. And I took up the thing. Let me go back and rehearse in my house. The next day I came to school. The other girl was like, okay, Susan, let's hear what you have now. It's I cry. I started to download that they upload the thing for their heads. I said, giving them. She was like, yes, thank God that somebody will do it for them. And it's not only my class that will produce now. Some other classes will produce, So we started doing that thing, running around, doing all those things. While we were running around, I started feeling somehow like awkward. You understand? And days before that, my mind was telling me, go and see your grandmother, go and cook beans and plantain for your grandma. Because my grandma likes beans and plantain that I make. If I make beans and plantain, she will eat and eat and eat. And then she was sick. She was staying with my auntie. She had stroke, yes. So my mind was like, go and see your grandma, go and cook beans and plantain for her. You know how she likes it. She used to call it beans and plantain. So she said, beans and plantain. So I felt like, let me go and see this woman. But schoolwork was just overloaded. Then I was saying, okay, my grandma and my auntie, they were in Enugu. So it's just like an hour journey. You understand? So I was like, go and see your grandma, even if it's just this weekend, go and see your grandma. But school work and all that, if you know theater very well, we go to school Monday to Monday. Like there's no weekend for us. We go to school plus the all night, especially at the peak of rehearsals, peak of everything. Theater is a very rigorous course. So this period, we were going to school back and forth, morning till night. In fact, we do all night rehearsals. There was no way I could go and cook this beans and plantain for my grandma that weekend. The next week, that was our production week. So when it was our turn in our class, for our class to do this thing that day, that particular day, remember I already went home the previous day with the presentation. I went to cram. I brought it back. I presented it to my group mates and my group members. They approved of it. We now went on stage and I was the lead presenter, not even the other guy. I was the lead presenter. Justice, if Justice is watching this thing, Justice know what I'm talking about. That was how we went on stage. The whole happiness. They were singing the Soko song, the Shekiri song. Everybody was dancing, happy on stage. So after audio, because all of us were walking, I'll carry a signpost showing that we had 900. I was the one in front. I sabi dance. I was dancing in front. I don't know the way I was dancing. I was forgetting my life. Okay, no, before then. Okay, no. Before then, let me not even jump. I already got a call that my grandma died. That like minutes before I went, like an hour before I went on stage, and I was feeling awkward though. I was feeling somehow like, what is happening? Why am I feeling like this? At the time I started shouting, my daddy. Not knowing that it's my grandma, that my grandma already died. Then I got a call 1 hour late, like 1 hour before going on stage, that my grandma is late. Hey, it was not even because at this point it was not even because of her death. I started feeling like guilty. I started feeling guilty, like, why did you not go and cook this thing for this woman? At least it should be her last meal before she died. I started feeling like that. People started telling me sorry. Though you have presentation, you have to hold yourself and all that. Now got to the time of the presentation. So people started telling me sorry, you have to take heart, you have to be strong, you have presentation, sorry, we understand how this thing, but what are we going to do? This like, hey, in theater art, there's something we used to do. Something will happen. One very bad thing, they'll tell you the show must go on. Yes, so the show must go on. But now you go still do it. It's not as if somebody else will go and be somebody else. If you be somebody else, I understand very well the show must go on. But you have the lines. Who want to go and do it again? Nobody. So that was how I went on. Right now, Diploma 2, you should be getting ready for your carnival presentation. That was how we danced. Isoko song, Shekiri, Urobo. We started dancing. We danced to the stage. I don't know that while I was dancing, I was faking smile, everything. I was forgetting my lines. I did forget my lines. The lines was like every step I take, pew, 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 pew. All the lines, they were flying off. After dance, everybody positioned themselves on the stage. We were downstage. Everybody, not like downstage, like at the apron. Everybody was there, standing. The Oba's wife, the bride, the groom, how they are made, all that. And I got for my presentation in front of the university, not just my department. We have friends of the theater, we have past students, those we call ancestors, we have students, we have sometimes the VC, the DVC, everybody. That's how I opened my mouth. Nothing came out. No words. I was non-verbal, but my mouth was moving. On my face, spotlight shining on my face. I don't know how. I really do not know how that went. In fact, we only presented the costume, but we did not describe what the costume was about. In fact, people were saying, elaborate. In fact, the costume were so elaborate, but nobody to describe it. I started the cry. This was my diploma 2 semester. We need boosting of GPA today. There's something we call Vival, where they ask you questions based on what you've presented. They did not ask us so. They did not ask us any question in our Vival. They understood me. Not like they knew that my grandma just died. I just got the news and all that. They just felt like this girl, she just stage fright. I cried my eyes out. I was crying for the rubbish I did on stage. I was crying for my grandma that died. I was crying for the embarrassment it has cost me in the department. Because we know theater department, we are like family. We know ourselves. Like even the ones that have gone 20 years ago, they do come back to the department. We know ourselves. So it's just like, this thing will come to remain like an embarrassment to me. But funny enough, I was asking somebody who was on stage that day recently, like, do you remember what happened to me on stage one time? He said he did not remember that. No, what even happened was he was telling me, like, Susan, I don't know how you do this. The way you used to present in class, you don't flinch, you don't shiver, you don't have fright and all that. I now told him that I had to groom myself. Did you forget what happened during our Diploma 2 carnival? He said he cannot remember what happened. I'll still ask the other guy, my fellow presenter. I'll ask him so that let me know if he still remembers. So this was like the most embarrassing day of my life and a very sad day. But today I just laugh about it and I remember it because I zuzu. I was not say I zuzu sha. It's just the bad news that went on. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Keep tuning into my channel. Keep tuning into my channel. You should not let me fight with people. See, don't let me fight with you. Tune in all the time. Check my videos, like them, comment on them, subscribe, share, turn on your post notifications.